Welcome to the Kentucky Game Plan with your hosts, Adrian and Mac.
Welcome, everyone, to the Kentucky Game Plan. It is the day after Derby.
Did you bet?
I didn't.
Well, Mr. Black Mac, he didn't bet either.
Well, something tells me I should have bet.
Should have.
Well, why didn't you bet?
I had intentions, but didn't go down the way I planned it.
Okay.
And I did pick that horse.
I was going to say,
somebody had mentioned that horse. I was like, well, since I know nothing about horses except for Sugarfoot and what was the horse from Half Baked? The one that they killed and Kenny went to jail. Well, anyways, those are the only horses I know. And High Ho Silver.
High Ho Silver.
Or Silver, Long Ranger's horse.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Ed.
Mr. Ed, yes. So. Mr. Ed. What if Mr. Ed was in the Derby?
Hey, I'm putting all the money on Mr. Ed.
Yeah. He could talk the other horses out of running.
Yeah, exactly.
He could just run.
He could just gallop on down.
Yeah. All my money's on Mr. Ed.
Well, Justified, the Derby winner.
Pulled it off. It was everybody's favorite.
It was. It was, I guess, the fan favorite, I guess is the way to put it. He does break a curse.
And that curse is?
Very, very long curse. Well, he breaks the Apollo curse. The curse is a colt that did not race at the age of 2 professionally at all. Now, Justified is 3 years old. Apollo did win in 1882.
Mm-hmm.
It was the last one. And his grand earning, $4,560.
Wow. Times have changed.
Mr. Apollo brought that home with the win. But Justified brought home $1,432,000. Wow. For his earning.
Think of all the people who got rich, and think of all the people who are broke.
Well, yeah. Well, exactly. Nasty day out there.
It just poured down rain.
All day.
Monsoon-like.
Yeah. I mean, the Oaks was great, but the Derby, you know.
And Derby was pretty good.
Yeah. Derby was good. Yeah.
What would you call Wednesday?
Werby, yeah. It's the only way to really put it, but nothing going on with Werby. But moving on, though, now that Justified has won, the obvious Triple Crown talk is going to be talked upon now for the next couple, 5-6 weeks, whatever it is, that these big races are going to be combined with. The next question is he going to race them all?
I think he will.
I think he will.
I think he might win them all.
Hey?
So, more money to be made.
Justified.
Think of all the money that was made this weekend. I mean, it's great for the city.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's
State
great.
as well. But,
the revenue. The revenue.
All the vendors, all different entertainment activities. You got your galas and all the stars that come to town.
Your after parties.
Right, exactly. And this is what, the city or the state is known for, Derby.
Yeah.
This is our biggest time to shine.
This is exactly our biggest time to shine. And
minus the sun, which we had no shine, but I think rain, sleet, snow, the weather we have here in Kentucky,
all in a week.
People are still going to get out and celebrate Derby. Everybody celebrates it differently, so they're going to get out and do it. So I think it went well this year.
It did go well. I think, like you said, the revenue that was brought in to the city itself probably exceeded expectations with such great weather. Until the day, but I mean, you come for the day, you're going to spend your money.
Oh yeah, retailers, gas stations, restaurants, everybody's profiting.
Oh yeah,
which is good. So, moving on to a little local basketball news. What do you got?
Across the pond, as they say.
Across the pond.
Yeah, Indiana, landing Mr. Basketball.
Yeah, Mr. Romeo Langford.
Mr. Romeo Langford. Yeah, he's the number 6 player in the 2018 class. And he is now going to be the star of that team.
He is. He's definitely going to make waves. And it's good to see him, stay home.
Staying home. Exactly.
There's a lot of people that are gunning for him.
Yeah, I mean, all the blue bloods, as they call it, we're gunning for him. The Kansas, the Kentuckys, the Carolinas, the Dukes. Right. And he decided to stay home. He's going to be a phenomenal player to watch, man.
Yeah, awesome kid.
He's going to be really, really fun to watch. This IU class coming in has 3 in-state players, one being him, obviously.
Right.
I guess the next question is this, man. Is he a one and done?
I don't
type
think
player?
he is. I don't think. Well, I don't think he is. I think at least 2 years with him.
2 year?
So we got to see how the season goes. I mean,
Right.
right now we've seen what he did in high school, and how talented and how phenomenal of a player he is. But college is that next step, that next level. So I don't think he'll have any difficulties. It's just if he stays healthy, just goes out there and plays his game, he'll be fine. But then again, he might overachieve and be ready.
Well, yeah. I mean, as the season goes on.
One season, then go. It's kind of hard to say, but I'm going to still stick with the 2 year thing.
Okay. Well, I believe that too. I believe the 2 year thing with him. I look at it like this is a situation where IU is now kind of put themselves on the map with him.
Right.
And with him being there is other big name players going to come there to play with him. Because
they could definitely draw in, some other talent.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, especially coming in for next season.
Right.
If he does stay, like you think, and I think he will.
You're starting to see a lot of players commit to these schools, but all the people the players they grew up with are playing in other tournaments, AAU leagues. Mm-hmm. They have a bond, and they want to follow that person to go play somewhere.
Right, the brotherhood type
right,
thing. Yeah, exactly.
So they know how they played in the past. So, okay, we're taking the next step from high school, AAU, to college. Let's stick together and try to play together.
Yeah, because, once you get
to a trend.
Well, once you get to the NBA, it's extremely tough to play together once you get to that level because there's so much stuff involved with contracts and all that.
Right.
And, of course, the drafting, you never know where you're going to end up.
And speaking of NBA drafts, all the guys from Kentucky who threw in their hat in the NBA draft, all got invitations except for one.
And
that was Gabriel.
Oh, Wayne Gabriel. Okay.
Which, I don't understand that. I mean, is this a sign that's showing, hey, you're good, but you're not NBA combine good? Or is this a sign he should go back, play his next season, get that degree, and then maybe enter the draft and see what happens?
Yeah, I don't think he's not good enough. I don't think it's that. I think it's you're not ready yet. And what I mean by that is, when he did play, he kind of played sparingly here and there. And when he did play, he, like you said, he's played very, very well when he's on the floor, offensively and defensively. But I think they think he hasn't broke the starting role.
Right.
You've been there. You've been under the Cal system. You haven't broke the starting role yet.
Well,
what makes you think you're ready for the NBA role?
I think with this setback, I'm gonna call it a setback.
Yeah.
This is his chance to use that as fuel, come out on top, go back, show what you can do on both ends of the floor.
Right.
Take it to the next level.
Well,
as far as your performance, he's been there 2 years.
Right.
This is going on 3, so let's do it.
Well,
once he gets on fire, he's on fire.
Exactly.
We've seen what he can do, so I think he should use this as a stepping stone to get that degree, show out this year, and then try it again.
Well, like you said, when he's on the floor, he contributes on both sides of the floor. And my whole question, I guess, to Coach Cal is, why aren't you playing him more?
All right.
He's been in your system.
It's kind of like when he gets on the floor, he does makes one little mistake and he's pulled out of the game.
Well, yeah. And
let him play.
There's other guys that do make multiple mistakes, and yet they're still on the floor. I guess my question to you is, Coach Cal, if you want to win, play with some experience.
Right.
Youth is great. Athleticism is great. And this guy still has both.
Right.
He's not like 26, 27 years old. So,
but he's got some leadership there with him being there.
Exactly.
Going on the third year. You're taking a lot that first year, freshman, sophomore. You take it up a notch.
Mm-hmm.
If you stay there, you go into your junior year. Okay, well, I know what to expect, or really know what to expect.
And it's not like
Been down this road.
It's not like this guy's been, injured.
No.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like he's been out of games for injury reasons or seasons because of injuries. It's nothing like that. Right. He's in great shape. So
I think he should just go back, work hard this summer, and just show out season. Diallo's skipping the NBA Combine.
Okay.
And I'm guessing the reason is he did it last year. So I guess he feels like he doesn't need to do it or attend again this year.
Well,
I don't know if that's the reason, but that's what I'm taking it as.
Right. Well, I look at it like this. You probably need to do it. I mean, because here's one thing a lot of these guys don't understand. That's the professional level, number one, that you're dealing with. But number two, this is your big job interview.
Yeah, it is.
This is your job interview to set your future of your career.
And he did well last NBA Combine, so you don't want these scouts or these teams to forget.
Right, who you are and what you can do. And my whole thing is show up. Do it. I mean, you could go to this draft combine and you can move up 15 spots, man.
Right. Easy.
You know what that 15 spots is?
Easy.
An extra $15 million.
Yep.
So for you to pass on this is, well, a little ignorance if you want my honest opinion.
Yeah.
But
he knows what's best for him.
I guess so.
Looks like Tyrese Maxey will make his announcement. Who he's choosing. Kentucky seems to be the big favorite right now. I know him and Wiseman want to play together along with Ashton.
Ashton Higgins, yeah.
So Wiseman is supposed to reclassify, so it's another announcement.
Okay.
We'll wait on. If that's the case, he'll get to join all these guards that Kentucky has coming in.
Yeah, I mean, I think, is he trying to go with the whole...
It could be what the Cats need.
The 4-guard system there?
Hey, you never know.
I mean...
but we still need a big man.
Yeah.
Because Richards,
Richards is going to be there. And
he is, but he really definitely needs to work hard this summer and work on some things. But we still need a backup.
Well, and Gabriel's going to be there. So there you go.
Moving on, April 27th, which, has passed already. But looking back on that, there was a fight at the Yum Center. It was the Jose Salzman World Invitational Tournament featuring Louisville native Carlos Dixon and Trevor Bogus.
Yes.
Both of those young men won their fights. This was Trevor's debut fight, and he had a knockout in 11 minutes. Very impressive.
Well, the city is known for, quote-unquote, the greatest, right? Boxing.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Muhammad Ali.
And, Carlos Dixon, he's rising through the ranks. Undefeated, 3-0.
Hey, let's call this guy up, man.
We need him.
Yeah.
James Dixon's father, he's the one who's been training him, been working with him. He's been boxing since age of 14. Borges has been boxing since 13. So these guys have been putting in work at an early age, and it's paying off. It's paying off. Real Deal Sports Entertainment, sponsored by boxing great Evander Holyfield.
Yep. So
they got a good thing going on here. Good for the city, and it's good to see boxing kind of. Louisville's known for boxing as well. Muhammad Ali,
yes,
Greg Page, and a few other greats that the city has produced. But it kind of died out
with the whole MMA thing.
Right. I'm not gonna say it's a dead sport, but it's good to see it coming back around.
Well,
and it's good for the young people as well. It gives them something to do, keeps their bodies active, minds active.
Keep them off the streets.
Yeah, keeps them off the street, not in trouble. And I hope this goes up to the next level and other people get involved in it. People support it more.
Well, yeah, I think the support needs to be there. Within itself, as far as a community in Louisville, Kentucky, because horse racing is what we're known for, but boxing is too. And that being said, you said this is performed at the KFC Yum Center. We need to put our name back on the map as far as boxing in general. And with the KFC Yum Center, it's such a big, arena. We could, do this HBO thing, these Tuesday night fights, these Friday night fights type things. And it would be great.
And having Holyfield here.
Yeah. A legend, like you said.
Exactly. But James Dixon, Carlos's father, really nice guy.
Yeah.
Carlos, I haven't met the guy, but he seems like he's hungry and very humble.
Yeah, I saw where he just experienced an incident, a wreck.
Yeah, he was hit by a truck.
Yeah, semi. Yeah. And
he did damage to his spine.
But he made it out.
He bounced back. He came back stronger. Look at him now, 3-0. Borges as well.
Mm-hmm.
He's another one that's rising up. And these two guys trained together.
Exactly.
So, when they first met, Carlos said they clicked. They were like brothers. Wow. So it's good to see two guys sticking together, fighting, doing something positive. And, it gives the younger crowd
hope.
Something to look up to. Yeah, hope.
Yeah.
So they look at these guys, they're boxing, they're successful. Well, let me try my hand at it. This gives me something else to do other than sitting around and, playing video games or texting or laying around watching TV. It gets you active.
Exactly.
And it's an alternative to your baseball, your football, basketball,
right.
Soccer, whatever it is, sport that you're interested in. So it's a good thing. Both of them have fights coming up. Dixon, his next match is in June. That's going to take place in New York. And Borges, his is in July, New Jersey.
Oh, okay.
So I wish them the best success for both of them.
Yeah.
They both of them come out victorious.
Hey, like I said.
Skill and talent's there, so we'll see what happens.
Put it on the map.
NBA.
Well, the season is hot now for those other NBA watchers because they watch only the playoffs.
Right.
So, that being said.
Cleveland Cavaliers. Wow. What a game last night.
What a series.
What a series. They're up 3-0.
Right.
Thanks to the King. We've seen another buzzer beater last night from him. What an incredible shot. I mean, they were up like over 20 points. Up at 15 at the half.
Right. Yep.
Lowry, DeRozan, Ibaka, they all combined together and came back, cut that lead to about 3, then tied the game up with a 3-pointer.
Exactly.
8 seconds left.
And then LeBron does his thing.
You can just tell when they tied it, he had that look on his face. Like, okay, my turn.
Well, LeBron now has the most buzzer beater shots in playoff history.
You surprised?
I'm not surprised.
That's what Kings do.
I mean, and we're talking names like Kobe.
Right.
Jordan.
Right. All the greats.
Bird, Magic.
Myself.
Mike Black.
Right.
So, that being said, this guy now holds the record with the most buzzer beater shots in playoff history.
Super impressive.
Well, he's a super impressive player. Right. So,
I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, he went left and just off the glass,
one-handed, fading out.
Right. 38 points.
Yep.
7 assists and 6 rebounds. Mr. Kevin Love was playing pretty tough in there when LeBron was taking his breather.
Yeah.
He come up with 21 points and 16 rebounds.
Kevin Love does what he does, man.
Right.
He's a very, very underrated player. I know
a
lot of guys talk about he only shows up 30 games a year or whatever. But you know what, though? When he does show up,
right. And coming off injury, too,
Yeah, he's
come
been
back from injury.
plagued with injury since he's been in Cleveland.
But it's like he gets stronger each time.
Yeah.
And he's definitely a plus for this team. Some of the other guys, Rodney Hood had a little action last night.
Mm-hmm. Jordan Clarkson.
Yep. George Hill. He had a couple 3-pointers. So
yeah,
his teammates are starting to come around. They're starting to see what it's like to play in the playoffs.
In the moment of heat and such a great battle with, Toronto, which holds the record with the best team in the East. So, yeah, man.
Next game is Monday, game 4. So I look for Cleveland to go ahead and close it out. DeRozan looked a little frustrated because they set him out late in the game. And, Lowry's out there. He's not. Using them two on the floor together. And he was just super frustrated after the game, wondering why coach set him down. So,
well, they did sit him, I think, with some foul trouble in the first half, too. Right before the half, he sat for a good 4 or 5 minutes. And that's when that run, it was tied up.
It was.
And within, I want to say 2 or 3 minutes, it went from a tie game to a 9-point game.
I expected
that fast.
I expected the Raptors to come back anyway because they were starting to catch fire, get some stops, and down the stretch they were starting to connect that 3 ball, and that's what brought them back.
Well, the
Celtics.
other East, yeah, Celtics.
Wow, I was expecting so much more from the 76ers.
Well, youth and athleticism can only get you so far, right?
Yeah,
but
I mean, it's impressive for them to have gone this far.
It's very impressive, and they've done exactly what everybody expected them to do 2 years from now.
Right.
So, my expectations, they've overexceeded, and you got to think Markelle Fultz has been out 30 games this year with that shoulder injury. It's not like they've been getting blown out every game of the series. It's a 3-point loss.
Right.
So,
it's just stupid rookie mistakes. That's part of it.
Right.
That's part of the game. I mean, first time in the playoffs, a little pressure there.
A little pressure, but
you're anxious, trying to get the ball.
Yep.
Commit crazy fouls toward the end. You shouldn't be doing it, but you're just in that moment.
But Boston comes away with a 3-0 lead. And I want to say this. Al Horford. Experience with the playoffs with Atlanta. And Boston last year getting that far that they did. You got to think this Boston team, they don't have their 2 big stars.
They don't.
They don't have Kyrie Irving.
And that's another team that has surprised me.
Yeah, they don't have Gordon Hayward.
What were we saying about 3 or 4 shows back?
Yeah.
Oh, Boston's done. They're not going anywhere.
But then I said, you know what?
Yeah, look.
I watched them play that first series. I was like, you know what? I think Boston's gonna be in the Eastern Conference Finals.
But they're not gonna make it out of the East.
I don't think so. But I mean, they got such a great role-playing team.
They do.
And their head coach, can this guy please get some more credit?
Right.
Brad Stevens. I mean, a guy that was brought in with a team that literally had nothing.
Right.
And what he's done with this team, and, they're not cap-strapped for anything. So, 3-0 lead, 1 more, you get to go play Cleveland.
Right.
Eastern Conference Finals. No All-Star Kyrie, no All-Star Gordon Hayward.
I'm sure he has some type of plan. He's strategizing something. He's going to have to. Jazz Rockets, they play today.
To the West.
Warriors, they're playing today.
Yep.
Lead 2-1 Warriors.
Yep.
NO's definitely going to have to win today if they want to tie this up and make it a series. They cannot lose today.
Drew Holiday, obviously Anthony Davis, they need to come out on fire.
Definitely.
I mean, literally they need to come out on fire for this to make it a real good series. Because Golden State, they push the ball. Now Steph Curry's back. He's getting to the groove of things.
Well, Rondo's been playing really well.
He's been playing extremely well.
I feel like Rondo is finding his home. He's going to make his home.
Yeah, I mean,
You look at all the struggles from the past, the small market teams he's played with.
Right.
How he was kind of like up here, stardom, then he kind of declined. Mm-hmm. Now he's back after all the injuries. I mean, look at him in the combine.
Right.
All the critics, he's not going to go anywhere. He can't jump, he can't shoot, he can't do this.
Yeah, he's not a jump shooter, point guard.
Fight all his critics.
21 assists.
Right, look at him.
21 assists last game. Yeah, like you said, I think he's kind of found his niche. He's found his place.
And he's playing with, other alumni players.
From
Kentucky, so.
Yeah, and, like you said, he was at the peak with Boston when they won with the big 3, Garnett and Allen and Pierce. It shipped to Sacramento, didn't work out.
Was up and down season.
Yeah, Chicago didn't work out. Dallas, it didn't work out.
Dallas definitely didn't work out. They didn't even coach the see out at all.
But that being said, I mean, now he's balling.
He is. I think this series would go a little bit better if Cousins was in there. Because he would give Draymond hell.
Yeah.
He would definitely give Draymond hell.
Well, and that would free up Davis more.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
To do more of Anthony Davis things.
Cousins is the piece they're missing. And I think if Cousins was in there, they'd be up a game.
Oh, yeah. I agree. I mean, this would be...
Because look at his numbers.
Well...
What he was putting up every game. Easy.
Well, not only that, but what he brings to the defensive aspect of the game,
Right.
too. I mean, when you got DeMarcus Cousins in the paint, you don't go in the paint.
Nope. And that's what he would teach Draymond a lesson.
Yeah.
That's the lesson Draymond needs.
I think so. I mean, I know the whole little incident with Charles Barkley,
Yeah.
back and forth with.
I wish Barkley was. I wish he could just drink a cup of youth water, turn back time and get in there and mix up with Draymond, teach him a lesson.
It would be fun to watch.
It'd be great to watch.
The other Western Conference team, the Rockets.
Rockets.
They're flying high, man.
Yeah. This 2-1 with them.
2-1. Rockets lead, yeah.
Jazz snuck in there and got a game.
They did.
Mr. Spider Mitchell.
I look at it like this, man. If the Jazz pull off this next win,
Rockets in trouble.
I don't think the Rockets are necessarily in trouble, but I think it locks up and solidifies Donovan Mitchell's Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
Because you got to think, okay, Ben Simmons is the other candidate, right? That's
Simmons is on his way out.
If they lose, and not the last game, but the game before that,
Right.
Ben Simmons only had 1 point.
Mm-hmm.
Donovan Mitchell's been averaging 20 points a game
Exactly.
since the
Easy
playoff
too.
has started.
Right.
So if he can win one more,
That could
I think
happen.
Donovan Mitchell is going to win not only slam dunk champion, I think he's going to win Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
And he's obviously the franchise piece for this Jazz team for the next 8 years, 10 years. I think teams are going to be losing some players maybe, man, and wanting to go play with this guy because
Once again,
he's a team player.
bringing in talent.
Yeah. And he's a small market team with the Jazz. It's not like it's
He's turned the whole franchise around.
New York. Yeah, exactly. I mean, this guy
On the
is
map.
exciting to watch when he's on the floor.
I know, Donovan, you're not listening, but I have a shoe design for you
Oh,
from Adidas.
there you go.
I have a shoe design.
I said Mac Black knows his shoes.
I need to talk to your agent or somebody with Adidas because
Yep.
y'all need to see this design.
I think it's going to be.
Just saying.
Hey, I've seen it. I ain't going to lie. It's a really, really cool looking shoe. I think it's something that can be made without question. And Adidas, if you're listening,
to show 'em. Looks great.
hey, why not?
Moving on.
Yep.
David Fizdale, New York Knicks' new head coach.
Uh-huh.
With him coming in, tell me how far they were from a championship. These Knickerbockers. With the talent they have there, and then Porzingis, they can build around him.
True.
So how far are they from a championship? How many years you give them for their back and they're contenders? You remember the Knicks of the past?
Oh yeah, with the Starks, Oakley, and Ewing, and all them. Yeah.
How did they get back to that level?
Well,
Or how long would it
Fizdale.
take them to get to that level?
Well, I want to say this first off. Fizdale brings that type of presence to the Knicks, that grinded out, that physical defense. You're going to earn every shot. But he's also hard on his players. He's a guy who's, I don't give a damn if you're the superstar of the team or if you're the 12th man on the bench. I'm going to give you hell.
All right.
Only in love, I'm going to give you hell. But at the same
love.
time, everybody's going to be held accountable.
Right.
As far as your question, how far are they away from a championship caliber team? I want to say
At least four seasons.
I want to say 4 solid years.
Yeah.
But the Knicks have also got to give Fizdale 4 to 5 solid years to get him there. You can't be just switching out a coach
not
every
gonna be
season
overnight.
or every season and a half. And Porzingis, like you said, he's the franchise player, but he's also kind of an injury-prone type guy.
Yeah.
But that's the thing with these big guys. Anthony Davis is the same way when he was there. But I look at it like this: Fizdale, he's the guy to get him to the next level. So
Paul George.
Yeah, L.A. Yeah.
Took his daughter out of school, OKC. Getting a house built. He's out in LA with his girlfriend.
Yep.
What's this a sign of?
Well, we said it all. Well, we said it beginning of the season.
Is this man becoming a Laker?
He's L.A. bound, man.
LA bound. not
L.A.
the
Laker.
Clippers.
L.A. Laker bound. Let me rephrase that for you.
What's this mean for OKC? And what does this mean for LA?
What's it mean for L.A.? If you want my honest opinion, playoffs.
Okay.
If they can re-sign Julius Randle to a good 4-year, 5-year deal,
They got some good pieces there.
They got some really good pieces. Alonzo Ball's coming along. As long as his dad's away overseas, he's going to play better, for my honest opinion.
His dad's coming back, so.
That's sad. But I look at it like this. L.A. will make the playoffs if Paul George signs with them.
Okay.
And also, they got enough cap space to sign someone else.
Don't you even say it.
I'm not saying anybody's name, but I know this.
I know what you want to say.
Carmelo.
I'm not talking Carmelo.
I know.
Yeah, Carmelo wants out.
He doesn't want to play in a bench role with OKC. He's due $18 million.
All right.
My question is, do they cut the ties with that $18 million?
Maybe they'll pick him up. It'd be interesting to see. It'd be a hell of a team.
Kawhi Leonard's still out there, too.
Yeah. Where is he?
Oh, he's on the couch.
In hiding.
He's on the couch. That's where he's at.
Doing things.
Don't forget to follow us, folks. Please do. Instagram at @the_KY_ game
Are
plan.
you wrapping us up already?
Well, you know.
Awesome.
Wrapping it up like a bow.
All right.
Twitter at the KY game plan and Facebook at the KY.game plan. I'm Adrian Smith.
And I am Mac Black. Stay tuned. We got some more exciting things coming. I want to thank you all for listening to the Kentucky Game Plan.